At the forest's edge, nestled amongst towering pines, stood Jonas's humble abode. Weather-beaten and worn, the cottage bore the marks of time and hardship. Its wooden walls, once brightly painted, were now a faded gray, etched with the passage of years like wrinkles on a well-worn face. The thatched roof, patched and repatched, sagged slightly under the weight of countless seasons. A small, sturdy door, its surface weathered smooth by wind and rain, served as the only entrance to Jonas's humble dwelling. A single window, its glass panes cracked and cloudy with age, offered a glimpse into the sparsely furnished interior. The cottage stood as a testament to Jonas's resilience, a small island of life amidst the vastness of the forest. It was a place where simplicity reigned, and where the whispers of the wind carried tales of resilience and quiet strength. Jonas's cottage was more than just a dwelling, it was an extension of the man himself. It stood as a testament to his enduring spirit, his ability to find solace and meaning in a life stripped bare of material possessions. The forest, with its towering trees and whispering leaves, was his companion, its silence a source of comfort and inspiration. Each day, Jonas would step out of his humble abode and into the embrace of the wilderness. The forest floor, a tapestry of fallen leaves and pine needles, cushioned his every step. He moved with a quiet grace, his weathered hands tracing the rough bark of ancient trees, his keen eyes scanning the undergrowth for signs of life. Jonas lived in harmony with the rhythms of nature, his life ebbing and flowing with the changing seasons. He tended to a small garden, coaxing life from the unforgiving soil. Tomatoes, beans, and squash thrived under his care, providing sustenance for his meager meals. He chopped wood for his stove, the rhythmic thud of the axe a familiar sound in the stillness of the forest. He gathered berries and mushrooms in the summer, preserving them for the long winter months. Jonas found solace in these simple tasks, a sense of purpose in his connection to the land. The forest provided for him, offering sustenance and shelter. In return, Jonas treated his surroundings with respect, taking only what he needed and leaving no trace of his presence. He lived a life of quiet contemplation, finding beauty in the everyday miracles of nature. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows through the trees, Jonas would retreat back to his humble abode. The forest, ablaze with the fiery hues of sunset, seemed to whisper its approval, acknowledging the quiet dignity of the solitary man. Jonas's clothes, though patched and faded, were always clean and neatly mended. He carried himself with a quiet dignity, his shoulders squared, his head held high. He had little need for material possessions, finding contentment in the simplicity of his existence. His meals were simple affairs, often consisting of vegetable stew or freshly baked bread. He ate slowly, savoring each bite, grateful for the bounty that nature provided. There was a quiet grace to his movements, a sense of purpose in his every action. He spent his evenings reading by the warm glow of his oil lamp, losing himself in the pages of his worn books. The written word offered him companionship, transporting him to distant lands and introducing him to extraordinary characters. In the pages of his books, Jonas found solace, inspiration, and a connection to the wider world. Though he lived a solitary life, Jonas was not without compassion. He would often share his meager provisions with weary travelers or offer shelter to those in need. His kindness, though unspoken, spoke volumes about his character. He understood the true meaning of generosity, recognizing that true wealth lay not in material possessions. As darkness enveloped the forest, Jonas would light a single candle, its flickering flame a beacon against the encroaching night. It illuminated his weathered face, etched with lines of hardship and resilience. The candlelight danced in his eyes, reflecting a spirit that refused to be extinguished. This single flame, fragile yet enduring, symbolized Jonas's unwavering hope. It represented his belief in the fundamental goodness of life, his ability to find beauty even in the face of adversity. It was a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. The candlelight cast long shadows on the walls of his humble abode, transforming the familiar surroundings into a canvas for his imagination. In the flickering patterns of light and shadow, Jonas found solace and inspiration. He saw stories unfold, dreams take flight and hope rekindled. The candle burned late into the night, a silent companion to Jonas's thoughts. It bore witness to his quiet strength, his unwavering spirit, and his deep connection to the natural world. It was a symbol of hope, not just for Jonas but for all those who struggle and persevere, reminding them that even the smallest flame can illuminate the darkest of nights. Jonas's life, though simple, was not without its challenges. He had known loss, hardship, and loneliness, yet he faced each obstacle with quiet dignity, drawing strength from the resilience of the natural world around him. He had learned to weather the storms of life, just as the trees around his cottage had weathered countless seasons. He understood that adversity was an inevitable part of life, and he faced it with a quiet fortitude that inspired those who crossed his path. Jonas's story was a testament to the power of resilience, the ability of the human spirit to overcome adversity and emerge stronger on the other side. His life was a living example of how to find beauty in simplicity, strength in solitude, and hope in the face of hardship. He taught others not through words, but through his actions, the importance of living in harmony with nature, of finding contentment in the present moment, and of facing life's challenges with quiet dignity. Jonas's life, though lived far from the clamor of civilization, held a profound message for all who cared to listen. It spoke of the importance of simplicity, the beauty of resilience, and the enduring power of hope. His story was a reminder that true wealth is not measured in material possessions, but in the richness of one's spirit. It was a testament to the strength that can be found in solitude, the peace that comes from living in harmony with nature, and the hope that burns bright even in the darkest of times. Jonas, the solitary man in his weather-beaten cottage at the forest's edge, was a beacon of inspiration. He showed the world that it is possible to live a meaningful and fulfilling life, even in the face of adversity, and that the human spirit, like a flickering candle in the night, has the power to illuminate even the darkest of corners. His legacy lived on in the whispers of the wind through the trees, in the rustling of leaves underfoot, and in the hearts of those fortunate enough to have crossed his path. Jonas, the man who lived simply, taught the world the profound beauty of resilience,